Okay, we got it. I got it on YouTube now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let's see what and then I'll share it out over here to which is a good one. Where's that thing called? Paralinks? Let me see if I can find them. I don't even know where they're at. We'll go to this one here.
There he is.
We'll share it out there. I think he froze.
Okay, so what's going on, guys?
Oh yeah. We were gonna bring up bloopers about on our investigations of screams, falls, and
Sure, I'm down for some bloopers.
yeah. We're still gonna put that together, man. Bloopers, the Wraith Hunter bloopers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know if we got some of the footage where when you sent that vessel to that forest where we thought we caught something on camera. It was just a stupid reflection off the candle flame.
Oh yeah, that one had us going for a while.
We thought it was a spirit, but it was just a reflection. We were like, oh, never mind, debunked.
Hmm.
Got all it for nothing. Go ahead, fire away. I might put it on TikTok.
Sharing out to a couple things real quick here.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah,
on.
so
We've been talking like for about 2 hours, and I done told him, man, just go live, man.
just yeah, might as well because I'm gonna be up for a while, guys. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think I
got
can.
me out of. I was already in bed, man. I'm
Yeah,
getting
we're
ready to go for
just
I
work.
can't sleep.
on here ranting.
I can't sleep, man.
Oh, you want to start a rant? We can do that.
Isn't that
I'm
what we're
not really
doing?
up to rant.
We can do that. We can rant. I'm out. I'm looking
Well,
for
y'all two
someone.
can rant. I'm just gonna be an observer.
I'm
I'm
looking
not
for
really
someone
feeling up the rant.
burn on the stake. I'm gonna burn them on my big W race stake. No, we were just talking about um some things that happened and stuff, but
You should be talking about how Reggie should be coming back down and taking us to his star people. He did
well,
promise.
yeah.
I want to see those star people, sir. I'm a researcher, damn it.
I'm trying to think. When Blake.
What topic you want to rant about?
Whatever comes to your mind, dude. I'm just gonna sit back and watch. I'm not really up to ranting tonight.
No, what really with me is kind of like I said, I've been quiet for for a while. I can say a while, but it doesn't mean that we have that I've been sitting still. As you know, lurker being my put on the ground over here in San Antonio. You know, we've been going out. We did a cemetery here not too long ago, last week I think it was.
Testing some more ideas out, figure out the
Yeah.
locations and stuff,
Um,
see what will work, the methods.
I just wish we would have got that scream that we heard, man. I got part of it, but it's not screaming.
Hmm.
You know.
I wish I would have got that damn running lady in the cemetery. Damn it, dude. Regrets are setting in right now.
Yeah, that one and the scream
That's,
and that scream, that thing went right through me, Reg. That thing was
that scream
that.
was a whole different.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I had that happen twice, where I encountered. This is something
Let me change my batteries.
to relive this is insane. Okay. What I believe to have been a thunderbird. You know, it's kind of like the phoenix. Only it's during storms.
That was a banshee scream. That was not a thunderbird scream in any way.
Huh?
No, that is not a thunderbird. We heard.
No. I'm talking about when he said a scream went right through it. I encountered this.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I was shaking because it was behind me. And I really thought that something was about to attack me. And it was the most shrill screech. It sounded like a woman's blood-curdling scream, combination, whatever, right behind me. And I was carrying a really heavy box, and it was during a thunderstorm. And I couldn't, I had to put the box down, and I had my back to whatever just screamed at me, and I turned around, and there was nothing there. And I'm about 90% sure it was a thunderbird letting out whatever, the sound they make. And it was blood-curdling, man. Blood-curdling. And the sad part is it happened outside of the bowling alley. And the bowling alley's cameras outside do not have audio. Because I would have had them put that on a flash drive for me. All right.
You see, this was it right here.
What's that, Anthony?
I said that was it right there with where there were frogs. But that one was not a frog. That was, like you said, and that's the first time that I can put it together, like the saying, a blood curdling scream that went right through me. That was a woman. Yeah, that was okay. That was a woman that screamed in pure terror or whatever, but it went right. I mean, you know what I mean?
Maybe jump.
Yeah, I mean, because that was just no doubt a woman screamed, not screaming. She just screamed, and we were at that cemetery, that one that I showed you, that new one was new one to us, the one with over 62,000 people there. It's a really, really cool cemetery. I know Lurker kept saying he could get in touch. I keep feeling the same thing. Like a couple of times that I thought he had bumped into me. There was one time that I thought he was walking next to me, that's happened in the forest, where I think he's right next to me the whole time, and he's not. He's over here, And then he saw a blue apparition, I think was right. It was a blue. Yeah. Run across from what came out of the mausoleum and ran across.
No. It was blue. It was yellow.
Yellow. It came out of the mausoleum and ran across.
Yes.
That place, man, has just had so much, and I think that's when we were trying to see, because, like I said, I baseline cemeteries for me, because I really don't go to cemeteries. But there are some that do catch me, you know what I mean? They just catch something about them. And of course, here in San Antonio, we have certain cemeteries that are just like we were talking earlier, Reg. They've been done so much because the ghost tours go there, and it's just kind of like we're just going as another person on 4,407 million people that have been there already. This one is a different one. This was not. I don't. Nobody's gone there. I don't. I haven't never seen anything about it, and it's huge. So, but the thing was this. Since Reggie's kind of like the cemetery guy, and so when we had to cross, we had to go through a trail and then cross through a patch of forest in order to get into the cemetery. Okay, when we started going down this trail, um, Lurker started picking up a lot of things. I mean, like it was just, he had to readjust himself as we were walking. But once we got to an entrance where we could cross, there was something there that just felt like it was keeping us out. And not
Yes.
necessarily keeping us out, but yes and no. It was like a barrier. I didn't know what it was, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
I kept feeling like something was there, and like I wanted to go in, but I didn't. Like it was just a weird feeling that I hadn't got one like that. It was kind of like the wall in the first time that we went to the forest when we couldn't come back out, and Lurker started picking up on something else because he started moving his hand and he could see like water,
It was
which
like water, dude.
described the water wall, like the water wall in the forest. Um, and you could see, and he's telling me like, "Dude, you don't see this." And then so as I start to move my hand, I'm watching his. I could see like waves of white energy or something. What I mean, emulating, and I just felt like almost in a way like if you could just imagine this cemetery with a white ring around it of some kind of protection, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that because the whole time we're standing there, I mean, I'm really like my nerves were really everything was heightened, like fear. It was a lot of emotions that I usually don't get when I go to places. Like I wanted to go in, but I was scared to go in, and then it's like, what's going on here? The ground was super soft, and I could just feel like it was just something in the ground. And it was just like I went into my psychic mode. Even though, what I mean? I could feel this and feel that and see that, but we're both going at it, and so we asked permission to go in. I felt like we needed to ask permission before we went in. And once we did that, it did subside. And then we started walking through it. And like I said, the ground was just weird. Everything about this entrance was just weird. And then once we got in, once you come out of that little forest, then you just come into the big cemetery. And so I didn't know what that was. I have never experienced that at a cemetery. So I didn't know if it was because it's sacred ground.
Mm.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never experienced that before to go into one. And then as we were going in, of course, you start to see the tombstones right next to each other. I mean, with the inches. I mean, they're just inches away from each other. They're so piled up in rows that you're going to be stepping over them. I mean, there's no way around it.
Yeah.
And then of course lurkers is just we're just being as apologetic as we can. Sorry for walking over you, but we have no other way. Um, and then so what I did was now it got me really interested because like I said, I'm not really the cemetery guy. Uh, the only one, I mean, but other than like New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
So that's where, like I told Lecker, I said, I'm kind of baselining my cemetery investigations off of New Orleans,
Oh yeah.
of
Yeah.
the way we got so many people to communicate with us so quick, and not just one words. I mean sentences. They're all calling us, hey, this way, hey, I'm over here, whatever. You mean, there's so much footage, so much audio that we got from it that for us to show it all.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, it's kind of like why we weren't getting as much communication there as we were in New Orleans. And so I was wondering, I think I had asked you is because we did start to get a little bit. I know there was one part that we were walking and there was a grave that looked like it had caved in, and then Lurker walked around it, and then through my necrophonics it said, "Be careful," and that was clear as day. And
Oh yeah.
Lurker just had to say, "Hey, watch out right there because it's falling in," and you could see the square, the rectangle line where the ground has sunk in, and then through the necrophonics it said, "Be careful." So we did start to get some communication, but not as much as in New Orleans. So I didn't know because maybe in New Orleans, like I've heard that sometimes when we go to these places, the spirits don't know what this is. So we always got to teach them like, okay, this is a device that this is get near the REM pod or whatever it is.
Well, some of it, and I know for sure, has to do with the fact that the spirit uh, boxes and whatnot. That's all that I do. And so if I walk into a cemetery, my whole star family's like, come on, he's going to talk. I'm like a walking portal.
Yeah.
And
But
so they're automatically drawn to me because that's all I do.
yeah,
Like
well,
100%.
what I'm talking about is like some of these places here, like I say, like the Menger, the Emily Morgan, the Alamo. How many? There's tons of investigators that have gone there with equipment and communicated with spirits. So the spirits that are there, they know this already. Oh, they got the spirit box. They got this. We know how to use it.
Yeah.
You're familiar with it.
Right. So a lot of times Lurker, this is what Lurker does too, is we're trying to also teach some of the spirits that don't know on how to use this. That's why he uses these different experiments, with colors and this, and communicating with them. So, but these are, so is what I'm taking it is they already know this. But if you go to a place that nobody's gone to and nobody's done this, it's kind of like what you said one time.
Uh, when you're talking about like Star Family, okay, everybody's got Star Family, whether you realize it or not. Some people call them spirit guides. Some of them call them guardian angels. There's each member of your Star Family has a specific thing that they're like they specialize in. So like when I go somewhere where it sounds like someone's trying to talk but they're having trouble with it, I ask my guide Prime to show them how to use it. And I ask my guide to teach them. And then the next thing I know, they're talking really well through it. I'm not having to teach them myself. I just ask my guides to say, hey, show them how to manipulate this for me.
Yeah.
And they do it. I can't hear them teaching it, but I know they are.
But when we were in New Orleans, we didn't need anything. They were just bam.
Well,
like
the first thing out of my box was, this is Reggie's portal. Most people know it, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that lady comes across with, it comes from what planet? So she's like way out in the universe detecting this. And
but see, also too, I think on that one we had said it's because the spirits that were there finally had someone that was hearing them.
oh yeah.
So they started telling the other spirits that were there, hey, they can hear us. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
compared to other people that may go visiting their relatives, whatever, they don't hear them and they're screaming at them, whatever. So now here you got a couple of guys coming in and they can actually hear us. So maybe that's why everybody just ran to us, you know what I mean, and doing that. So taking it like from this place, that maybe because nobody's gone there.
And that first one
So
we went to where that mausoleum was in New Orleans. Um, here, where is it at? Right here.
yeah,
This is just one small example of how they're opening up.
Are any of the Odoms here? The Davids? The Hanos? You want to talk to the Murrays? The Brosettes? How about John and Myron DiMaggio? By the way, gentlemen, that's a very cool name. DiMaggio was one of the greatest baseball players that ever lived. Were you guys related to Joe? This is amazing.
Oh, for some reason my video cut out there, but came so clear. This is amazing, you know.
so that's what I'm getting at. It's there that we got so much communication right off the bat. We go to this one here that has thousands and way more than that one did. And we slowly started getting. So, like I was telling Lurker, I says maybe because after we just started getting some communication, I had told them, I said, okay, we're gonna come back. So now that you know what we do, we know we can, y'all know we can hear you. Then when we come back, maybe y'all would be more, wanting to communicate more. Um, and I'm just taking it, like I said, because I just heard of places that where people, like I said, there's investigators going all the time. So the spirits already are accustomed to this, you know what I mean? And maybe there, because nobody's gone there, they really like freaking out. Like, okay, what is this? You know what I mean? Who are these people coming in calling out to us? Nobody does that, you know?
Yeah.
So now they get to know us, and so I don't know if that's the way that it works on that side of it.
Just to piggyback on what Anthony is saying is, since that location doesn't get a lot of paranormal investigators that go over there, and when they see us, yes, they're going to be like, "What the hell? What is this?" They're gonna be scared, but in the same token, they're going to be curious. So usually, us people tend to what be curious at something that's different, that's something unusual, something that hasn't been done before. So most likely they're going to gravitate to something that's hasn't been done before, which they're drawn to us because they haven't seen us before around. They haven't seen paranormal investigators. They haven't seen what a spirit box is or what a necrophonics app is. So of course they're going to gravitate to that area because they're not accustomed to it. It's just like Anthony said. They go to these paranormal investigators go to these well-known locations, and these spirits are already used to spirit boxes, cat balls, and REM pods, and all this stuff. They already know what the hell goes on with this. But when it comes to locations like that, where there's hardly any investigators that go there, it's something foreign, and they're not accustomed to it or they're not used to it. So of course they're going to be more curious than anything. They're going to want to go over there and communicate with us. They get excited. It's like, wow, this is
Yeah.
different. This is exciting. I must go over there. I must go see what's going on. So curiosity
Right.
and spirits more than anything. So that's my perspective.
So that was my thing. Is like like I said, I made New Orleans my baseline on there. So I expect this when I go to other places like that, or trying to get it to that point. You know, because I know when I was there on my own, or when when we separated, I could hear them. I mean, I have it where they can hear. I can hear them calling my name and telling me to come over here. Come over here or stop here. And so that's what I'm trying to get at this place. So we have a lot of people in there. So that's going to be pretty cool to start, going in there. And I think this time we're going to go in really recording and really videoing everything that we go in this one. but I'm still baffled about what that energy force was just to get in it.
That's the one that got me the most out of everything else. That what is that? That's not something I'm normally able to see. I know you're able to see it, but me? How the hell
Yeah,
did you see that? That's I'm not even up there with you guys, and I'm
yeah,
seeing it.
and that was cool, man. I mean, that was cool because Lurker's really starting now to, because he's more the science guy. You know what I mean? He's more the science guy, and now he's starting to tap into his abilities even more now. As we start going to these places, and I know I give it to the forest. I mean, the forest. This is what the forest does. It starts to you start getting these downloads and starts opening you up, and you start doing new things that you didn't know you could do. You know, and it's not just it just doesn't just happen or help us in the forest, but now it's helping us in other places that we go.
I've heard you say that several times in the past, Lurker. It drives me crazy when you say you're not up there with us because you're like top notch, Lurker. You're up there with us.
He's there.
In a lot of ways, you're above us.
Yeah, he's there. He's just now just starting to realize what he has.
Yeah.
He's had it this whole time. You know, and now just because now we do venture off into other locations that are not well known by anybody.
And I can promise you, you've got several spirit around you, Lurker, that when you start doing another experiment of some sort, you come up with a new idea and you start doing it, they're getting excited. They're like, all right, what are we going to do this time? What are we going to try next?
I want to piggyback on what you said, Reggie, right there. So when you said that, I wanted to say this. It's because over time when I do these experiments, it goes back to the topic we were talking about earlier. It was when I do these unusual, unconventional experiments, it was something foreign. It was different. It wasn't something spirits were used to. It took them a little bit of time for me to gain their trust and for them to start to come around to doing these kind of experiments and stuff. It's kind of weird, but I think I developed some sort of a bond with these spirits. And even there's new spirits that come on that participate, I developed a bond with them too. So I don't know what's going on with that. I just thought it was intriguing, in my opinion. I think I just built a bond with them or something. Probably that's why they're willing to do this. Well, that's why I'm getting crazy evidence like that off the dime.
It's exactly that is you're developing a bond with them because they're comfortable.
Well, they start to trust.
And that's part of the reason why what I do works so well for me also is because I don't know how to word this exactly. They went for so long with just being in the state they're in with no communication. And they're finding communication and on a regular basis with you. And it excites them because they're being heard. They're being communicated with. It's really cool to them because their soul is no different than our soul. So if we find something really cool, they're going to as well. They're going to be like just as excited as you are. The ones that stick around, they're just as excited as you are because it's something like, there's 8 billion people on this planet and there's only in proportion to 8 billion people, there's only a small handful of us that that want to communicate. And I know it's going to sound kind of messed up for me to say this on a live podcast, but I'm going to say it anyway. 90% of the ghost hunters out there, they don't want to communicate. They just want to catch something on camera. And so the other 10% that really care about them, like we do, they're excited to talk to us because they know we love them unconditionally. We want to get to know them. We want to know their story, what happened to them, We want to test things to get better communication with them. And we're not doing anything just to try and catch something on camera. Where, 90% of the ghost hunting teams out there, that's all they care about is just that evidence, and I hate when they call it an investigation, but, fuck their evidence, communicate with them, like really communicate with them and enjoy communicating with them.
Yep.
Talk to them like we're talking now,
That's exactly right, because it's part of the reason why I do these crazy out the box experiments like this, because I'm trying to enhance spiritual communication. I'm trying to better understand the spiritual realm. I'm trying to understand how these spirits operate. I know it looks like it's just a fun party game to some investigators, like that. I'm not going to say it, like that one guy. He's like, they're not performing monkeys. Well, I'm not trying to get them to perform. I do ask if they want to participate, and I do thank them every time they participate in my experiments with all respect and love, all the time, every time. I make sure of it.
Yeah.
So I guess when we go back, we're going to go back into the same entrance and see if we get the same, I guess, resistance to what we were getting at the beginning.
Pardon my giggling right now. I just wonder how many people I'm going to end up ticking off when they do the replay of this thing.
About what?
Well, I'm getting more and more blunt the longer that I'm.
But what? Did they go out there and they're just trying to get the scares and stuff on YouTube, it said, and whatever else?
The jump scares and the creepy music, like, that's paranormal. Cool. Wow, dude. Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to get nothing, man. I mean, if I could have a ball with that, man, because that's, that's what I mean when I watch a lot of the shows and everything. I don't know what happened between back then when, I guess, I don't know, is that when you watch them and they're cool and everything, they're nice for TV, but it makes everybody else who's really out there, like I say, some of us, I've said it before, and I started saying it on Mike's podcast that one day, it was that, we spend money on this stuff, whether it works or not, or people believe in some of this equipment that we use, regardless of whatever, how you want to look at it, it's not cheap. So that's money that we could spend on something else, but we choose to spend it on this. So we invest money, we invest time. When we go out to these places, I know for a fact, I mean, that me and Lurker, when we go out, we actually put our lives on the line, because there's places that we go to that are not cool, especially here in San Antonio. We haven't never been threatened by homeless people, but there are some locations that I did find where there's a lot of them in there. So you don't know what's going to happen. We go to these places where people are doing rituals. We don't know what's going to happen. So we got the physical side of it. So we're not just going in there. I'm not going to put my life on the line for nothing just to go in there and just to get a scare, and just post that. Yes, we do get startled. Yes, we do scream out. Yes, we do all these things. That's why I kind of want to do a show, start doing the Wraith show is, not the Wraith show. I don't like to call it a show, the Wraith podcast, and show the stuff that, like, what happens out here. Sometimes we do bust our butts. I haven't fallen yet, and I know Lurker's waiting for me to fall really good. But you want a really good fall. You need a good fall, like a real one, pop, where I just bust my butt. But yeah, it does piss me off, because it's not. Someone had told me the other day, oh, you just get mad because they're on shows, they're on TV. I says, well, it doesn't make me mad that they're on there. It makes me mad is that they have a platform that millions of people can watch, and if they put out some real footage, some real stuff of real communicating, or that there really is an afterlife, instead of this garbage that's out there, because an hour show, they got the top of the line equipment, top of the line of everything.
Oh God.
Locations. I mean, locations that we probably would never go to, and this is all they present is a knock. You know, they love doing the three knock thing. You know, can you finish the knock? Come on,
And
man.
snares too.
Let's
That
get
also
some.
was implemented.
Let's get some real stuff. Scratch me. That is you. All that's crap, man. It's all it is. And look what you have in your hands, and this is what you do with it. And not only that, it's just because other people watch it, and then they say, when I'm out here, um, because I'm always have my shirt on. I have something to Wraith Hunters all the time on, and even a bed. This is my shirt I wear to bed. Look at that race right there, in Texas Race Hunters in the back. And some people will say, "Oh, you're a ghost hunter." Yeah, I watch the shows, man. And they start going off about something, and of course I gotta tell them, dude, that is not even it. If you really want to go see something, I'll take you. You can go with us, and you can see what this is. It's not really all that. It's Yeah, we have a laugh, we have fun, but the thing is, it's not just that. And the way they represent us and put us out there, and what they do with that platform is just freaking shameful, man. I mean, it just it pisses me off, you know. And because what they could do with that, and really show some real stuff. I don't like with me. I really don't. I know you do it sometimes, Reggie, but I will not ever play anything 45 times over so you can hear it. Either you hear it or you don't the very first time. And that's why I say I got so much audio, and yeah, you kind of can hear it, but I got audio where like we got in New Orleans, flat out, like we got that night. Be careful, right in context with the grave that has sunk in. And if I would have kept going, I would have probably fell in it. You know, like that. That's something that I'll put on there. Not because it's just my class A, because that's what we want. You know what I mean? I don't, it's like that picture that I got that we have down here. You know, I was talking to a guy the other day, and out of the blue, he starts telling me he wants to see a demon. And I'm like blown away because I don't know this guy. I was at an airport here I was at the airport here in San Antonio, and the guy came up to me. He says, "Hey, I want to see a demon." Okay. And then why would you bring that up to me of all people? You don't even know what I actually do. It was just crazy. And I said, I got some pictures, man, I can show you. He says, yeah, but I don't want to see, because I know that you can see things, and you know it's whatever the person makes them to see. I says, don't do it. I'll show you some pictures that you just look at it and you're not gonna miss it. You know what I mean? Just like those pictures that are in there that I got them at the Menger. That's what I'm talking about. You know, yeah, I guess if you want to pull that one up, Reggie, uh, the second one, not with the girl in
Yeah,
it, the other one.
going back to what Anthony said. Hell, I don't have the best equipment, but somehow when I produce content, with my experiments, I don't have necessarily the best stuff. I'm either working with a broken tablet screen with like cheap uh, camera rigs. Like Anthony's seen me struggle with those camera rigs, try to get it together. Like, dude, we still make content with it. We
Yeah, like
still
that
do.
one right there. That was taken at the Menger. No filter, no nothing, just a picture, raw picture of my phone. I don't have to say anything. All you got to do is just look at it, and you'll see it. And you can't miss it. And I wish I could zoom in on it because I haven't figured out how to do it. But that is the darkest. That is a. Well, I'll tell you what that is. That's a soldier in the Menger, because there are other people that have gotten soldiers at the Menger. That's what that is. That's who that is. And you can't miss it. And I can't zoom in on it because I don't have that on there. But it's black. It is just dark black. The hand, you can see the hand is transparent. It isn't. It's darker than anything else around there. You know what I mean? There's no way to explain why, if it was a person, why is he so black? I mean, it's just there's nothing there. It's just darkness. It's just, but you can see him. And I mean, to me, it's a cut and dry thing. I mean, people can call it a shadow person. You know, everybody always saying that shadow people are bad. They're evil. When you see one, it's always bad, which is another thing. To me, not everything. They always make fun of Zach Bagans because everything's a demon. But when it comes to certain things, everybody says pretty much a majority of paranormal people say the same thing. Oh, if it's black, it's bad. Why? I mean, if it's dark like that. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
well, it's just like you said, man. Like, just because there's a dark, shadow there doesn't necessarily mean it's evil. Just because there's something of light energy doesn't mean it's always good. Who's to say
Yeah,
it could be bad? You see what I mean? Like, this is why we do what we do. We push beyond our paranormal research because we want to get the truth out there. There's so much information that's been construed about the paranormal. This is exactly why I have said this many times to everyone, especially you guys. Paranormal research has been stagnant for a very long time. We were set to believe that that's what the case is. Oh, shadow people or shadows, beings, and spirits are bad. Light beings and light spirits are good. How do we know? That's the thing. What if it's the opposite way around? You know what I mean? There's so much information that has been construed throughout the internet and through social media and TV and media. This is why I do what I do. This is why I push beyond the means of research. Anthony can agree with me on this.
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying is that this is why when people I get it all the time, even though I'm not on the camera anymore as far as this camera goes. Yeah, I still get messages sometimes. It's like, why do you put yourself in those places like that, man? This can happen. This can happen, and it's like, um, somebody's got to do it.
Here you go, Anthony. I'm going to do something here. I've been, while we're talking, I've been working on this for you.
You found it.
Well, I'm doing this on my end.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
There he is.
You were saying,
I mean,
Anthony?
yeah, that's what I was trying to do. So what I'm wanting to do is start to bring up pictures. Um, when I bring my podcast back on, what I want to do is start bringing our investigations on here, and we'll try to debunk them. You know what I mean? Just try to say, let the audience look at it too and get everybody's perspective on it. Like this picture right here, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
That
Okay.
let me see what he brings it back up.
From all of our investigations to our methods and everything.
Oh, you want me to bring that back up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because on the replay, people will see it and they can comment in there because we'll see the comments.
Yeah.
Of course, this was just a late night out of the blue thing, but um, like that one, for instance. Like I said, this picture was taken at the Menger on the second floor, which the second floor is really known for being really active. Uh, there's a shadow man, if you want to call him a shadow man, whatever. Uh, it is a person. You can see it, and he's darker than anything else. His hand, though, you can see his hand, and like I have it on my tablet where I can zoom in really good. You can see that it's kind of grayish, but it's transparent.
You can see
So,
the hat outline too on the right side of that picture. You can see
right,
the curve there, like a hat.
and just that he's so dark that it goes beyond a person being there. When the rest of the picture, you can see really good everything else. Nothing as dark as that. Uh, I mean, to me, that is what it is. I mean, there's no trying to pareidolia or nothing, or me trying to show it to you 45 times until you finally see it.
Not a camera trick, nothing.
It's right there, and this is at the Menger, and even the other picture that's on there with the girl in it. and now he's facing sideways. I mean, and this is what I'm talking about. It's
Be right back.
but like me and Reggie were saying, something like this does not. People want to see. I don't know what they want to see. They want to see something goofy,
Yeah.
and they blow it up. But when you
Yep.
present something real, it's like nothing. So this is what I see that the paranormal has got to. I don't know where it got to or where it started. Like maybe at one time, I don't know if it's just kind of buzzed out because of all the movies and all the shows. Everybody's just got used to it. But this is an actual being of spirit or something there,
Yeah.
and I mean, this is what I believe is presenting. I know Reggie doesn't like the word, but I mean that's the only word we got. Here's the evidence that there is something on the second floor at the Menger. Someone, you know, and say like the other picture too.
You know what makes it rock solid? Like when you see on TV shows, they see a shadow or something. They're in a dark setting. All the lights are on in this place, and, and you're getting, and that's what makes this solid, like
Yeah.
super solid.
Watch, pull up the other one. Now this one, I didn't even know I had this one either. That one,
That one there with
yeah. I mean, look at the quality on that picture though, because it's clear. I mean, everything.
yeah.
And
Let me get that one off of the. Do the same thing with that one that I did with this last one here. Oh, 1 second. That way I can blow that picture up a little bit. Where's it at? Which one? You're talking about which one we got going on?
this was taken maybe 2.5 weeks ago.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks ago. It was me and Ace and the grandkids that were there. And like I said, I just took the pictures. I was bored, and I just snapped some pictures. And of course, that's when you get something when you're not really looking for it or trying to do anything. I was just bored, and I just took some pictures, and there you go. And of course, we're always going to go back when we're laying down and just kind of zoom in on stuff, and because that's what we do. I mean, it doesn't take. I mean, that's the other one, and then this one is because it has the lady in it. It's the same. I took 4 pictures, one after another, and then the lady was in this one, and you can see the lady's face, her features in the mirror.
Now you can really, really see that shadow figure now. And that little tip up of the hat you're talking about, Lurker, that's actually like a light switch on the wall there. See it? See how it's separated now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Rachel was seeing that. But now you can see the side of him. You can see the throat, the chin, the face. I guess it could be a little hat or hair on top, but you see his hand really good now. You can see his hand like this, and but he's still darker, way more darker than she is. Even her black shirt. And I think is that what the one you can see him in the mirror, Reggie, that we looked at?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. This is like right
Yeah,
there.
right there. Yeah, you can see the phone, but then you see the
The one
top.
is right here. And it appears as though that there's somebody like on the opposite side of this pillar here.
Right. Now,
I
if
believe.
that was a person that was with her, just to say, you would see features like you would see on her, because it's not dark in there. Like you say, we're not taking this picture with a black background, like in the dark. Like no more. Normally, you see pictures like that, and then you see a black silhouette among in the midst of the darkness behind it. It's
Yeah.
just that one's more darker. This has light behind it. I mean, it's lit up, and there it is. So it's like, to me, it's like that's what I would like to see people explain this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm out for it. I mean, this is why, and I'll show it some more, because I want someone to come out and debunk that pictures. Because you can see her face. You can see her face there. You can see her hand is a different color, everything, and he's right on the other side. So there's no. If it was a person that was with her, you should be able to see pants. I mean, like really see them, but it's just one solid black.
Yeah.
A
And then
person.
in that other picture, it's like he turns and looks at you.
Right. So I don't know. I don't remember which one came first. That's crazy, man.
Hey, he like turns and looks at you.
It could be. I mean, I probably can look at my phone and, like I said, and look at the timestamp of which picture was before. But this is something here that I want to bring up.
That right there alone proves that that's not a shadow cast from her or anything, because she's not in this one.
Yeah, but you can see that that's a male. I mean, you can tell
Yeah.
really quick by his body, his shoulders. It's a male. So
Yeah.
this is something here that I want to start when people watch the replay is start looking forward. So I'm gonna start presenting a lot of stuff that we do, and we're gonna just try to take it apart. Like this is open for debate and open debunk it. Here it is. I don't think you're gonna be able to. I think you're just gonna have to finally realize that it is what it is. And it is at one of the most haunted locations in San Antonio.
Mhm.
So it's got that background going behind it. You know, um, but that's what I'm talking about. See, this is something here that is something there that is not living, is moved on. I know that this person is somewhere from before, like in the war, during the war, when they were having the soldiers there and everything. Um, it could be the manga goes back to 18 something,
After the Battle of the Alamo.
right? I think it was
I think the first
18,
soldiers were there was Theodore Roosevelt and the Rough Riders.
right? Which that's another thing too. We haven't never gone to the bar. I've been in the bar, but I've never taken pictures in there because that's where they said that you can catch him in there among. But there's just so many there. But this is something here. Like I said, this is where I want to. I guess I don't know. I'll just remind people that they look. You know what? There really is an afterlife. There really is something. Some people may say, "What is a residual spirit?" Okay, well let's here it is. Have at it. I'm going to show you something. I'm showing you something that's not in a dark room, not in with a black background, and then you see a darker black and behind the black. Explain it.
I think I might have found some videos. The back in the day when we were all together in San Antonio. I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
So were y'all protecting the fort? Yeah. Y'all were protecting the mission?
Is there anything else that happened here besides the battle? Can I ask you this, spirits? Were you transporting supplies to Espada? Can I ask you this? That aqueduct system, was that for water for the missions, especially Espada, spirits? Communication.
I don't know why this thing's jumping around on me.
I forgot I was on camera. I was too focused on the communication. It's like when you're focused on your research and communication, you don't pick up the camera. It's like you're on your A game.
Go ahead. How many are here with me right now? 4? 3. I heard you say 4. Can you give me your names? Christian? John?
And y'all look young.
Wow.
Huh? Oh,
That was the night that I became a believer in phantom gunshots.
Hmm.
Because we've always heard gunshots in the forest. Now I know that some of it was like at the moment gunshots, but we've heard them so many times that you kind of just blow it off, But when we were there, the gunshots like you heard them too, right, Liquor?
Yeah, it sounded like a musket or flint lock.
Yeah, because I heard the crackle, like the crackle before the boom. So I know on the muskets, the hammer hits the cap, and then there's gunpowder and it fizzes, and then it boom, and then it goes off.
Yeah, it didn't sound like a modern day gun at all.
Right, and that's when I said to myself, I said, man, you know what? What if all this time we've been hearing, because we are we're everywhere here is being a battleground. It's not just certain places that are documented. You got to remember this whole place was one giant war between the natives and the colonizers coming in, and the Spaniard people coming in. So it wasn't just
Mexican.
all just in
Yep.
one spot. Yes, in Medina fought. They fought over there, the Battle of Medina, but it's not just there. It's everywhere. So that's uh that's when I heard that. It's like, man, I think that we've been listening. We actually heard those phantom gunshots, and that's pretty cool. Because now, like I said, I became a believer on that. And I think that night we heard that. Because I mean, I have guns. I've shot guns for years, and they didn't sound like a modern gunshot. And plus, we hear them at the forest. We're always constantly reminded in the forest, anyways. We always hear them.
Well, we were here screaming, and then we were here. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, they can tell as a repeater. This was totally different. Of course, I don't think we caught that one.
No, we did.
And that was that night that recording I just played was made, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was that
But
night.
I think I do. I think I do have it. I just
you
got to
do?
find it. I think. Though I had from the moment. Matter of fact, during the car ride, I had the cameras rolling. I never turned them off.
Oh, okay. I thought you
You remember that? I always had them on. Because just in case. Here's another one. Hold on a second. I'm bringing back old times. Hold on. I'm bringing back the olden days. Let me see. All right. Now, I just while you were talking about the gunshots, I moved a couple files so it'd be on the computer, so maybe the audio won't or the video won't jump around a lot. Here's another moment in time. It's still jumping. Man, I don't know why it's jumping around like that.
Greg's Santa Claus laughter.
Don't we go to the right here?
No, that case is closed. That's all I was telling you when we came. But I wish I could do. Oh, that's I wish I could just go in there. That guy don't know what he's talking about.
Block here.
Yeah, you go down here like the right, and there's a tree right here. Just go like that, go like that.
The taxi.
I'd rather go in there. What did we get out of that one?
Huh?
What did we get out of that one?
Strawberry ice cream. Open the door. I just wanted some strawberry ice cream.
Yeah, it's not there no more. My ice cream, my favorite place is gone.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we were on our walk, I think, to the Alamo.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys were over there at close by the Alamo. I was somewhere else.
No, you're there. You're on the video. Right there.
Right there.
You're in the blue.
Oh, well, okay. I forgot it was there. Okay.
Here in a minute, we get talked to by those Texas Ranger guys.
That was interesting. They were pretty cool with it.
And what?
Man, I wish this video didn't jump around.
Why did he do that?
I don't know.
Probably either your network, your internet speed, or you probably don't have enough RAM power. I don't know. Just guessing.
Well, this computer's got 32 gigs of RAM. That's why it doesn't miss a beat on a podcast. But I don't know if it's because I got too many things open, maybe.
You probably do.
Here, let me I'm gonna shut my media player
See
off.
if we can jump it forward.
There.
oh boy.
Did you see this one? Chrissy?
Hey, Christy's on there.
I saw a ghost.
Which one?
Feed me tacos and tell me I'm free.
Oh yeah, you were talking about. That was cool. They like paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
He was so interested.
Yeah, that's the second time that I've met that ranger.
I'm sure he experienced something paranormal in there too. He said it before. He's told us.
Yeah, I mean, well, they just stand there watching everything. So I wonder if their body
Well,
cam.
they don't just stand there. They go inside the Alamo and patrol, and they go
Yeah.
outside.
Think of the footage they get on their body cams.
Oh, cow. Yeah, but they're sworn to secrecy. They can't reveal it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I turned it on so you could hear it.
Nice to meet you.
Rick.
This is my wife, Christy.
Yeah, man, this makes you want to go out right now, man.
You suck at driving.
That's a great body.
Hi. You guys ready?
Wait, when was this? Was this last year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was last year. It was right when I moved in. I hadn't been here very long.
I think it was what, October, November?
No, it was a year ago right now.
Was it? Yeah, because I moved in February, so we already passed February.
It was. We showed up there on April 22nd.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn, that long?
Yeah, it's been a year and a week.
It didn't feel like it was a year. It felt like it was longer.
Yeah, I
Say
know.
hello to you.
Damn.
As a matter of fact, like right now,
Hi.
1 year ago, almost
Public.
day is when I went into Concordia.
Yeah, this is the part where you guys went so close to the Alamo.
All the
I was
spirit
somewhere else.
associated with the Alamo.
I was away from it. I was doing the Alamo thing.
Can you come forward, please? Hi.
I don't know where Anthony was. I think
How are you doing?
with you guys for a bit.
I was waiting for Reggie to get beat down by the Rangers because he was so close to the Alamo.
Oh yeah, you told me he got a little too close.
Nah, but I didn't cross the chains. So I was
Watching you. We're making sure.
Anybody like to come forward and say hi?
See, that guy was fixing to get him right there.
Yeah, he
You?
was like, okay, you're going a little too close.
Hello.
I was gonna film
Then he's gonna end up on the show.
My name's Reginald.
Wraith trying to go to jail.
His arrest show will be up. His arrest video will be on there. Crazy paranormal guy got too close to the Alamo. He
You guys
got
got a little
arrested.
quiet on me. Hi.
well, you heard him
Doing
clear as
okay?
day. Say hi on that one.
That's because they're used to paranormal investigators going around there, so they knew what was going on.
Yeah, it's an awesome place, man. I mean, like I said, I have never felt threatened around downtown.
Is that going to be easier?
Sure love to talk.
Huh?
You sure love to
Conversation.
talk around there. The Alamo.
See that other one plays,
Hi.
Ricky.
What's that? How
See
many
that
are
other
here
one
with
plays,
me?
the one I have down there.
The spirits?
See if it doesn't skip.
What I find fascinating about the Alamo is the architecture, the design. That's not something that you see normally.
Yeah.
That's almost that's like 300 years of architect. What is this?
No, I'm not okay.
Oh, this is. I'm only playing this because this is what happens. Like I
I
was
got.
saying, the dangers that we get.
I remember I got pushed because there's no way I would have fallen from that.
All right, this is the entrance to this
It wasn't
place.
even that.
Yeah, this is Devil's Den.
They do a lot of rituals.
Oh yeah, this was before the
A
cult
lot
guy,
of,
right?
Yeah.
that glass was there.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's right. When we were hearing footsteps, we were being
Yeah.
watched. Remember, and that
It looked
the
like
other
they
day,
tried to
the
seal it
cult
up.
guy was asking us like he knew like we were there before. I thought that was strange.
Well, he has said that they've seen us before.
Yeah, they seen us before.
You think
Talk
you can
about
do this?
the other day. He literally said that to us.
Don't get
He knew the fuck we were there. Oh yeah, this is when I was weak and battered up.
And I just cut myself. Lovely. Watch out. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay, I'm not okay. Okay.
Okay, we'll just lay there for
Nope, I'm not
All
okay.
right, just lay there for a minute.
Let me lay there.
Yeah, just calm down.
Bitch. And I just broke my fucking lock.
No, you didn't. You're all right. Just lay there for a minute.
Give me a minute, dude.
Anthony's like, walk it off.
It was funny now,
No
but
broken bones. No broken bones.
with there was something that moved when that happened.
I didn't just fall. I literally got. It felt like something pushed me.
Something moving.
Like it took enough force to make me fall down that hard.
You hear it?
Yeah, right there was something to the right, to the left that moved in
So,
there.
DJ, Karen,
Yeah, this was before we came down.
Damn.
Worse fall than the other fall. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah, you landed pretty good.
If I was dying, that's probably me when I'm dying, laying down like this.
I'll get up in a minute.
Yeah. Check
Yeah.
it. No, I can't leave you here.
This is before we came down there because I remember
Yeah,
Wait,
we're at
before-
the-
all Lurker fall.
This was, yeah, this was like 2
Where I
years.
was worried about after I saw Lurker fall, I was worried about Greg walking through there.
Break, get it right.
No,
Yeah, this was like
you're on
2
the
years
side.
ago.
I was protected.
Yeah.
It was back in 23.
Yeah, you were on your shoulder.
This was before the cult guy we encountered the next day and said he's seen us before. Meaning he saw this.
Yeah, wait,
Happened.
you sure you're ready to get up?
And he was
Give
watching
me a hand.
too. This is when we were hearing footsteps.
Get
And
him
shit.
out real quick.
Fucker knew.
Take your time. Take your time.
Did you fall that hard?
Yeah, I did. I felt pretty hard.
Well, you got pushed. That's what it was.
Hell yeah, I got pushed. It's so nice of him to put that shit back in my bag. I didn't even know he did that at the time.
You got a helicopter coming.
Oh
Rescue.
yeah, they do circle around there too.
The helicopter's out there.
Didn't loosen up my.
Do we have that cult guy
I'm gonna
video?
turn on the light a little bit because we've got a helicopter coming.
Cozy ass helicopters.
But there were so many things around us in there. I mean, I
There's
don't.
so much shit going on.
Now that we know, it could have been some of those people.
You don't think
Well, look,
someone
this
snuck up from
helicopter go
behind
by.
and just shoved me?
They can see us anyway. They got infrared.
Yeah.
Let's
All
see
right.
if once we get to the bottom, if we can see if this is the one that has the
The candles and shit. The ritual pit.
Okay, we did it right here. Dizzy, sick, something.
Fucked up.
Went like in one way.
That fucking fall fucked me up. It did me in.
you were pissed after that.
Oh hell yeah, I was
You want to head
pissed.
back up?
We back because I wanted revenge, but then the cult guy just I don't. Oh my god, it was a mess.
Do the session.
No, we know. We just this is taking us back. There for
Oh,
another
this is
night.
where we went in.
We'll have to be honest.
Rooms there.
No, I think this place is better. It's much worse.
Yeah, I felt alive.
I twisted my fucking arm, like the shoulder cup right here. I
Yeah,
twisted it.
because you tucked in. To,
Let me see. Oh, I took it off. It's just this there, but that's the stuff that can. That wasn't just a normal fall because on the I mean it was good. It was good video. I mean you catch that on there, but as he was coming around, I mean he came around like this, and it's just like he went. I felt the air, his air go by me like like that's how fast he went down. Like normally when you fall down, you'll fall and you're falling, but this one was it's the way that I got pushed off my bike. It's like that. I mean, it
Damn.
was with force behind me. When I got pushed off my bike, that's what it felt like. Like something just came and just took me and threw me because he was down like that. I mean, quick. You can see it in there how fast he went. And then when he fell with force, with more force than just from a regular fall that the speed that you pick up or whatever. It was nasty. And then right when he fell, when I was talking to him, there was something that moved on the left side. I didn't say nothing at the time because he was on the ground, and if something came out, I mean, we're pretty much kind of vulnerable at the time. But these are some of the places that, like I said, that when people watch this later, uh, this is what we get into. So we don't go into some of these places as games. Especially Devil's Den. Devil's Den is not one place to play around at.
Hell no.
And that even this last time that we went, when we're using the AI, it took us to another ritual place. Um, that one was kind of hairy too. I mean, because we don't know what we're getting into.
Yep.
Um,
The spirit that inhabited the AI vessel wanted us to go through the woods. And guess what? And then we went another way around. And when we went to that ritual site, and then
yeah,
after we left, I showed Anthony, hey, look, there's fire in the woods. And sure enough, there was fire in there where the dang thing was telling us to go or be careful or whatever. Right there.
yeah, because we
And
could smell something burning, which was not something burning. Let me clarify that. This is the second time that the smell that's burning is not rubbish or anything trash. This is like a barbecue smell, but not barbecue. Because barbecue's got that awesome smell. You can smell it a mile away, and you're freaking hungry. You know what I mean? This was different.
yeah,
It's meat,
because
but
it
not
wasn't
meat.
AI that confirmed it. It wasn't AI. confirm that. How would AI would know what it would smell? AI doesn't have the concept of smell. See what I mean?
Yeah. So there's so this is just it's kind of like I'm just showing here. When people see this, it's just kind of a little trailer kind of thing. I mean, we got like Reggie says he's got. I got a ton of stuff of videos from all the places we've gone. Um, I guess I'm gonna start showcasing all this stuff. I mean, it's about time. I know a lot of people have been asking me to show it, but I finally started categorizing everything.
We should put more stuff, new stuff out there too. More stuff, and what we've been up to recently, and everything.
Oh yeah, man, I missed that trip.
Come
We have
back.
them all the
Yeah,
time.
I mean, and then when I went to El Paso, uh, after we left San Antonio,
It was like a graffiti patrol truck, so that was kind of interesting.
I thought I had that one there.
What do I want? I just want to say hello.
drink
Hi.
horses
How
Concordia.
about Maria del Carmen? Hi. How are you doing? Hi. How are you doing, Maria? You pray? Are the Silvas here? You guys all got all quiet. You're here? Hi, how are you doing? You doing okay? Is Miss Nora Garcia here? Hi, how are you doing? You doing okay? Oh, honey, I don't know Spanish. Yeah?
Oh, sorry.
Can you guys tell me who this is? Can you tell me who this is?
Die after childbirth.
Died after childbirth?
Que afectan a nuestros hijos.
Oh, heard that.
They died after childbirth? Well, we love you. Is Donato Esparza here? Donata Esparza? Mary had a little lamb? I heard you say Mary had a little lamb. Who said that?
Support for fresh air.
You're trying to sing or say a nursery rhyme to the baby? My name's Reginald. I am the X. Hi. Is Miguel Fierro here? How about Belinda Sesteda? Did you just say Daniel? That was the first name I called. Yeah? That was the first name I called here, was Daniel. I mean, in this section. Thank you for coming forward. Thank you for coming forward. I love you all with all my heart.
That's an interesting cemetery.
And for anybody that's curious, this is my wife, Christy. She's an amazing soul as well. Oh, all right, Maria. Thank you for talking to me, Maria.
How about some low?
Now take note.
Right.
The first one that I called on, they came through really clear. About 100 feet from here was Daniel. LC Daniel, Pinky Martin Daniel. Thank you for talking to me. I just wanted. Yeah, I am talking to you. Yes, this has been amazing. Thank you. Your voice can be heard. It's pretty amazing your voice can be heard, isn't it? I love you. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. You can always come see me anytime you want to.
I'm gonna forward it a little bit.
Boy, this is beautiful, guys.
I like the sound of that. The big one.
This is beautiful.
Around the world. U.S.
Maria Rogue. Are you here?
Wow. Is there a gate around that?
Hi. Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. There are so many of you to say hello to. Hi. Rosa Mata. That is you? Hi. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for saying hello to me. It's a beautiful day. That's right.
I'm gonna move a little farther forward here.
Yeah, I can hear you. Cardia? Yeah, I heard you say your first name. I heard you say your first name to me. I had to turn it down, guys, because we got somebody driving up. Okay? You guys are amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm still kind of walking around to see if there are, well, I'm just walking around because I'm blown away by this place, to be honest with you.
when you get
Hi.
busted.
Mm.
How are you? Oh yeah,
Ah, you got
Dang.
business here.
I'd always wanted to come see this place. You know, I'm a
They
medium,
probably looked
so
at
to
him like
speak,
he was crazy.
and this online, you know,
That's the
looks
stigma us
tremendous.
paranormal investigators have faced.
55,000 or here.
It looks
Yeah.
at us like
It's
crazy.
an amazing place. So walking around, getting some video of the place, just to kind of absorb the atmosphere. Yeah.
He didn't know I was live.
Yeah, he probably looked at you like you were crazy.
Oh, we're actually we're leaving here in a few minutes.
He looks like he's got
We're
milk.
going to New Mexico here, and
He was eating an ice cream.
No, we have like a rental car. And I want to go visit my cousin.
Dang, Reggie, you should have gave him a hug.
Yeah.
I almost did.
oh yeah,
So I wanted to bring him in the show.
this is a pretty amazing place.
You should have interviewed him.
We did, kind of.
You know, if you would have gave him a hug,
He gives us the Night Stalker story.
Yeah.
He kept saying he wanted to retire.
Because I was asking him where the 3 trees were.
But everybody up there involved. I'm a Cowboys fan, so they make fun of me.
Anybody but me.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I grew up liking them.
So I wanted to ask you, because I'm having trouble figuring it out, because this place is so big. You hear a story of Richard Ramirez and the 3 trees. Can you tell me where those 3 trees are? Oh, that line is that are spaced out there? Those 3?
Yeah, well, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Actually, the one, 2, and 3 used to come and spray at night. Pray to the devil.
Oh, okay. What do you like, hide in the middle one or something?
No, he used to. Those people are not big. Since that happened, they shut them down.
Oh.
Starting to go back again.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway, he would come all dressed in black. All night long. Just by himself. Pray. Fall asleep.
Oh, jeez.
But he went crazy. I don't know what happened. Went down. He did all his Achilles over.
Yeah.
People break in the house, get you when you were asleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He went crazy.
Yeah.
And back over here, that's his neighborhood.
Yeah, I think
Right. Yeah. Okay.
He used to live there.
Okay.
But he was a loner to begin with.
Yeah. Oh.
So you say you come from Wisconsin?
Oh, yeah.
Could I have your zip code number?
53704.
53704.
Yep. Madison.
Can I borrow a pen? Come on.
It's Madison, Wisconsin.
That's lipstick. I don't have a pin.
You don't have a pen with you?
No, I have one for work, but I don't ever bring one.
It's funny because we spotted one in his pocket on his coat.
Oh, right there. Right there. There we go.
He had a pin right there in his pocket.
Excuse me.
I guess you didn't realize.
So let's try it again.
He's a really good guy.
What do you want your zip code for?
Did you get a trespass warning or what?
No, he just took down the information.
Oh, I thought you were being CT'd.
You should have told him I don't answer questions.
No. And then I'll just show I see you got another video up.
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay. I'm going to show a real small portion of the other place I went.
Oh, you too. You too. Yeah, we shouldn't be more than probably 10 minutes or 15 in here.
Oh, thank you.
There's a little map inside.
Oh, thank you so much.
He's giving us brochures and everything. And then I was standing in front of the 3 trees right here.
Hankins? Did I hear Hankins?
I heard that.
Hello,
Yeah, I got 2 minutes.
Frank.
Your countdown.
Man, there's a lot of talking, man.
I heard I got 2 minutes.
Actually.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you for talking to me.
But I want to
Send a blessing to the
go
soul.
more than a couple of minutes on the next
Send a
one.
blessing to the soul of whoever this is. This isn't right. I know it sounds you said it's all right, but it's not all right. Bless you. I love you.
Now the other place, and I'll only show a couple of minutes of this one, but it's an amazing place to go.
So I'm going to try to balance this. See if I can't get anything good to happen here. What happened? My name's Reginald. My name's Reginald. Reginald, that's right. Hi, it's nice to meet you. It's very nice to meet you.
93
I love you. I love you with all my heart. Did you say David? Yes? What?
Yeah, I don't know why this sound and video is just jumping all over the place.
How's everybody doing?
I'm gonna have to edit this.
Yeah, it's all right. You'll get it down. I know you will.
Well, that's just it. For some reason it's jumping all over the place, and it shouldn't be. It's a really smooth video, and so I don't know if it's because of the external hard drive or if it's because of I don't know.
It
Here,
could
let
be
me
a
put
lot.
that video up for you. Here that you got down there.
This one was okay. We're gonna go here.
Wait, what is this?
Director's gonna have to explain this one.
Oh yeah, what happened to that spirit? Because it disappeared. I went to go check. I didn't see it no more. Did it go into the thing, or did it just went away?
This is the beginning.
Okay, so it was far away. It holy shit! It got closer. Holy fuck! I didn't even see that. No fucking way. It went from there to where I'm at. Whoa, shit!
But see, you were asking it to touch one of the dolls,
And it did.
and it's touching the Dracula, the little vampire one.
Right on command too.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I don't get. I get paranormal evidence like that off the dime. I'm not even trying. Did you want me to leave that for you? I can leave it behind for you.
So just to confirm that, because this is recorded, just to
Wait.
confirm that we're asking for the spirit to touch.
I just want to see what happens
vessels that we have there.
because when I went back, the spirit disappeared. I wonder if it went into the vessel or it just disappeared.
So if it was
That's what I want to see.
It froze. But on command, it is touching the vampire.
Sure,
Yeah, it froze on Reggie's side.
I can still see it.
What happened?
What the hell, dude?
Everybody froze. Am I frozen too?
No, you guys are. It's the video. It's doing the jumping thing again.
I'm
So
frozen.
it's not just me.
No, y'all are frozen on my side.
Well, I can see you moving, Anthony.
Yeah. No.
We're talking about the
Oh.
video. It's kind
On
of
my side, everybody's frozen. Everything's frozen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me and I mean on my end, I can see both of you just fine moving
Yeah,
around
same.
and everything.
Come
Who's
on.
playing the video?
Me.
Is it you, Anthony?
Yeah, but I'm trying to. I don't know. Everything froze on my side. There goes.
Yeah, so you must be having the same problem I'm having.
Yeah,
No,
I'm trying.
no. My whole thing. I can't. Yeah, everybody's frozen.
Oh.
Dude.
Like I don't see myself moving around or anything.
Well, on the video where you're at in there, that stick figure there, he's kicking you right in the head. That's probably why we're all freezing. If you look at where his leg's at, he's pointed right at you. You're in the middle.
Let's see.
I just want to see where the spirit went.
Man, I lost my cursor too.
I want to know if it went into the object. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if that's the case, I need to further study this. I don't want the spirit to be trapped in there. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, Nikki. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I hope you're doing good too.
Please don't be trapped inside the vessel. Please don't be trapped inside. That was not intentional.
Oh, damn, my whole computer froze.
Yeah, the video's froze up now.
No fucking way. So we're not gonna know what happened to this spirit then. Now I'm gonna feel really guilty, and I pray to God that it didn't get trapped in there.
I probably got trapped in that little girl one that stayed in my truck.
Where is this? 1 second, guys. Let me see.
Damn, man.
Well, now it's coming back up.
But why is it moving so fast?
Wow, that's weird.
Hold on.
My computer froze. bro.
This
I don't
gets
see
interesting.
nothing.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find that one. Oh, I do have it. You mean this one? Here, you sit right here. This one.
Oh, Anthony
I'm hoping
went
the
out.
spirit. I'm hoping the spirit didn't get trapped in here because I'm trying to see what happened.
Hmm.
Because if it did, I'll feel really.
Anthony got
guilty
knocked out of
about
the
that.
room.
Oh shit! I can't tell if it's in here or not. And if it is in here, I need to release it back. The whole point of that experiment was to better understand how spirits get inside of an object. Or do they choose to stay in the object, or do they get trapped in the object? That was the whole point of this experiment. We were trying to understand how spirits get into objects, or vessels, we call it.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't think it's possible, and I'm just giving you my point of view. I don't think it's possible for a spirit to get trapped in anything man-made, no matter what it is, even a Dybbuk box. Nothing man-made.
I hope so.
Because, I mean, I don't believe in, a line of salt, as a protective barrier. I don't believe in any of that because it's spirit energy. They can go through anything.
That's true. I mean, that's the whole reason why I ran this experiment, because 50% are saying they can, 50% are saying they can't, and that's why.
Well, the thing is it's impossible. I think. I mean, if you think about the
right, but how do you explain?
It's like impossible. It's got to be impossible. The only way that a soul is trapped is when it's in a being, like in an animal or a human. But still, even when we open up, we're not technically trapped if we can astral project and whatnot. But Anthony's back.
Yeah, but when it comes to the vessels that Anthony possesses, that kind of like I don't know about that. I mean,
well, I think that if there's a spirit that's particularly fond of a doll or something, they'll hang out with it. They'll use that doll to communicate because they know that the person that's talking to them believes they're within that doll, and so they'll use that as a form of a different kind of communication. But I don't believe that you can be trapped in anything unless you're actually embodied.
Well, I wouldn't say trapped. I mean, I think we kind of misunderstood there. I think it's more like get a hold or get inside, or they stay inside. I mean, you could call it trap.
Right, but they do it by choice. Is what I mean. In spirit world, you got free will also.
True.
Well, that video, what he's trying to do, he's trying to see if it can go into one of the vessels, one of the dolls.
Oh yeah.
But what's cool about it is because when he said, "Can you confirm by raising your hands?" And I know when we watched it, Reggie, you could see the stick figure raise his hands.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it did this.
Yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did have a spirit there communicating on command and touching the dolls, and it chose that vampire doll. So that was pretty neat. I mean, to get that. So we're gonna go back to that one, and this time we're gonna do it in the middle of the bridge, that we don't have anything behind it. Eliminate anything that can be around it. So if something pops up like that, a stick figure, then it's gonna be what it is. And so that was pretty cool. I can't send that video, and I don't know. It was able my camera was on a different setting or something. I don't know what was the deal, but I got it squared out now. So that's why I want to go back now and then and redo that.
You can retry that again, but I also want to use that XLS camera for
Yeah,
another
that's what I mean.
idea.
Mm.
Yeah, I have another idea with it.
So you see, even at
Yeah.
that right there, like I said, and I'm not trying to knock everybody, but I mean, the majority of stuff, even when it comes to the XLS, which this one here, I mean, I give it a lot of props to, you know, to Todd Sylvia who built it, because it doesn't just give me anything. It doesn't just come out with anything that looks like a person or a tree or anything. That stick figure would come up with hands and feet and uh, it communicates with us just like we do with the necrophonics or the spirit box. You know, it's just doing it in motion. You know, instead of words. Because
Yeah.
it did. I mean, and for it to come up, I mean, you know, I understand this SLS and stuff. You know how it works, but for it to pop up like that, and then for it to do what Lurker's asking it to do, it's just like a person popping up and physically, you know, and going over there and touching it. You know, making his own choice of which one he wants to touch, and you can see it put his hand on it. You know, so I know a lot of people don't agree with all of that stuff, but explain it. You know, to me, it's the same thing like I did with the picture. Explain it then. You know, how could that happen like that? So that's more of the stuff that we're going to be presenting when I start doing this here on this.
It'll be in
We-
our TikToks too as well.
yeah.
For
So
sure.
there, I mean, there's a ton of stuff. You know, like I said, right now it's just a little bit that we're just sharing. Finally, you know, I'll start putting some more stuff together, and then we'll pop it all out.
Some of the secret projects that me and Anthony have been working on while both of us have been really quiet, but we
Yeah.
haven't stood still. We were actually Anthony's getting everything prepared, looking, researching locations. I'm over here developing ideas, techniques, methods. See, we'll go from there.
So yeah, that's my beef right there. Top it. Get on there and then show me what you think it is. You know, and prove it, disprove it. I'm all for it.
Yep.
Maybe we'll get the paranormal back to where it was with real footage and real. You know, I hate to say the word, but evidence,
Or
proof,
data,
proof,
like
real data, real proof.
Yeah, I have, man, when it comes to all that kind of stuff, that debunking and all that, man, there's so much I could say. I'm talking about like just, you know, it'd take me all of about 15 minutes of talking to piss everybody off.
Yeah.
God,
And so I try to not say so much sometimes.
it's another thing too when it comes to paranormal like investigations and when we do it. Sometimes we try to debunk our stuff. Well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, but it's kind of hard to debunk our stuff when we're like getting it on the dime. How do you explain that shit?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've done these crazy ass experiments. I made it so challenging for these spirits, and they still figured it out. I twisted words different ways and other crazy ass ways. I did a tie dye experiments where there's different types of colors. I got them to guess all the colors in the tie dye. How do you explain that? Please tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that with the AI that night because when we told it when we were at Devil's Den, and it told us to go across the creek into the other side. There's no way it could have known that.
Exactly. The smell. Why did it say the smell? It was telling us what it was smelling. AI doesn't have the concept of smell, so how would it
Yeah.
know?
Right. So what my conclusion on that is, like I said, I don't no longer doubt it. Like I don't doubt my necroponics. It's a device that the spirits manipulate the words. So the AI is no different. It's a device. That it's the spirits are manipulating, speaking through it. It's just that it speaks more fluent.
I
But
get,
I mean,
man, I'm like, my brain's going 100 miles an hour right now because they're talking about all this stuff. We're talking about ranting here and there. This is the reason why I bump heads with so many psychic mediums all the time, is because of what I do, my abilities through the spirit box communication. I'm not going to sit there. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I don't doubt people's abilities. And I always word this wrong. Like I don't believe in psychic mediums, because I do. I'm going to try and word it correctly. I'm going to practice this for the future. Okay? Are you laughing, Anthony? Son, I thought I heard you giggle. Okay. How do I put this? When a psychic medium tells me that someone said something to them, and that same spirit comes forward and talks to me where I can actually hear them. All right? And I get disagreed with because of what the psychic medium picked up on. That's like, all right, you're in court. The police officer says he admitted to murdering that person. And the criminal goes, or the defendant will say, goes, I did not say that. There's no recording. It's a police officer saying that he said it. Judge is going to throw that out because it's just hearsay from the police officer or the defendant. However, if the same police officer says, here's the recording of that defendant, it's admissible in court as a confession. And so when I record someone saying something to me, and then a psychic medium says exactly the opposite, I can't hear what the psychic medium's hearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I bump heads with psychic mediums once in a while, because I'm not doubting their abilities, but God damn it, I got a recording of the soul. And then a lot of times you'll hear the argument, well, how do you know that's really them talking to you? Okay? And then it becomes one-sided from them to me, when really it's both ways. How do they know that's who's talking to them? And so it's kind of I don't ever know how to word this properly, because I have no doubts in everyone's abilities. But the argument is, hands down, correct. If you get a recording of something, or what Anthony would say, evidence of something, versus someone just telling you that, oh, they told me this, and you can't hear them telling them that. That's why I get like the way I do sometimes with people.
Yeah. It's like you said about data,
Right, and it's so, it's not doubting psychic medium abilities, but sometimes people get so defensive, and I'm like, you're getting defensive and I'm telling you one thing and you're telling me another, but I got proof of what I heard and I could show it to 8 billion people. No one could hear what you heard. And so, you know, and at the end of the day, when people are listening to the paranormal shows or watching TV on, you know, ghost hunting show of some sort or whatever it is, you know, reality TV, you know, 8 billion people. My focus is on all 8 billion. Okay. If there's a show that's just a psychic medium, 6 billion of the 8 billion are going to go, whatever. But if it's someone with an absolute definite shadow figure on camera, with someone that's actually talking to someone and they can hear it, those same 6 billion out of 8 billion are going to go, what the hell? You know what I mean? And that's really what it's all about, you know. That's why it kills me, man, when people do television series based on the Estes method. If you can't hear the spirit talking, how do you know you can trust the person with the headphones on?
Yeah.
How do you know that there's not a mic hooked to that? And I'm talking about on TV, specifically on TV. People I know personally, you know, like Greg, I know he's not faking nothing because I know him personally. Okay, but when somebody's doing it on a TV program that you've never met before, you know, and the answers come too quick. I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, maybe it's real. Maybe it is. You know, there's a lot of argument. And that's why I said I could be pissing off a lot of people when it comes to debunking stuff. You know, I don't like hearing shit from anybody if what they're doing is something that I can't hear or can't see or can't, or if they're running a 2-hour video and an hour and 45 minutes of it is them setting up their cameras and walking around the building showing nothing, you know. But all right, I ran it. Your turn, Anthony.
No, I'm pretty much cool, man. It's been we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. We came on late.
Yeah.
So,
I
I mean,
apologize if I just shredded our whole podcast here by.
no, not really, because I've been holding back.
Yeah,
But, you know,
it just drives me crazy, you know.
Yeah.
It does. And again, I cannot express this enough to anyone watching this. I don't have any problem with, as far as people's abilities, man, they're real. I mean, with half the shit that's happened to me, I know that abilities are real. I know psychic mediums are real. I know there's people out there that are just phenomenal with it. But if you're going to start an argument with me over someone that I'm like obviously talking to because you can hear it, especially when I edit the video and point it out to you, that's bullshit. Don't argue with me, you know, because it's right here in audio. You know, I'm sorry, I'm venting about, you know, something specific that's happened over the last few weeks without saying any names. And so
I mean, honestly, you know, you could explain, you could show them. I mean, you could. I mean, real quick that you could explain to them all you want, but the point of this is when it comes to data and evidence, the work will speak for itself. It can leave up for debate whether it's believable or not believable. That's what I learned.
Well, the thing is what we do as a team, the freaking awesome Wraith hunters we are, with what all of us do, there is no denying it. Absolutely no denying it. If you ask them what color is this and they say red, no one can argue that. No one can. That shadow figure, no one can argue it. When I have a conversation with somebody back and forth, and it's intelligent, beautiful answers coming back, no one can argue it. No one has a leg to stand on to argue with it. And yeah, I'm getting riled up. I'm sorry.
It's just driving. It's like I said.
Yeah, speaking right now.
It's like I said. We try to debunk our own stuff, but we can't debunk it. Or people look at our stuff, they would try to find something to debunk on, but they can't because, again, somehow we're all producing evidence or data on the dime. We're not even trying. And this isn't even my best ability. I'm limited because of my work situation. I am so
me too. Me too. I don't get to go nowhere, man. Like I haven't turned the spirit box on in probably 2 weeks. In all honesty, I haven't. There's been too much going on, and
can we agree? Can we agree that we have certain things that go on in our life that kind of limits us and hinders us from our true potential and true ability?
Oh yeah.
What we do. This is just part time for us. We got a full time job. You know.
And I want it to be the opposite.
No, but I will say this: if we didn't have jobs or didn't have a lot going on, if we did this full time, do you know how much of a difference in abilities would be? Like, you know how much more we can present? Like, it would be phenomenal.
Oh, if I wasn't held down, I'd be running around solving cases and everything else, man. Because half the stuff, when people are dealing with missing people, missing bodies, like in a murder where they never recover the body, that type of thing, you got to go to the location. You got to go to the location. If you're using a spirit box or anything else, I mean, there are very, very talented people out there that can remote view and be very accurate with it. I'm not one of them yet, but until then, you know, I go by what they tell me, what the universe tells me, and it's proven to work over and over and over again, just sitting here at the desk. And so, if I can get out of the job situation, man, oh my God, I'm gonna find Hoffa. You watch. I'm gonna find Hoffa.
So then we all agreed that certain things held us down, like jobs, and other things are holding us down from revealing our true abilities.
The only one that's got good right now is Anthony. He can pick and choose when he works.
Yeah, but yeah, but like I say, this is still it's good, you know, because this is what I want to start doing now. Is just bringing all this stuff up to light. You know, we got a ton of stuff, and like I said, just like put it up and just show it, and I want to show it, and it's like I want the people to look at it and see what we really do.
Yep. We're definitely
what were you showing us?
Oh, showing Anthony that all my ideas and methods. And
okay.
Yep.
His little black book.
My forbidden book.
Yeah.
So this is what happens when I'm limited. So when I'm limited, when I have ideas pop up in the middle of work, get a pen, get this little black book, start jogging it down, and I can look at it as reference material.
Do you have an EVP recorder?
I need to get one.
If you get a recorder, it wouldn't be a bad idea in case something goes wrong, like with your book. Like, you know, life happens, you know.
Yeah.
To hit record and read from front to back your book into the recorder, you know, and any new ideas.
That's actually
you know what I mean?
That's not a bad idea because because what happened to me almost a year ago, let's just say my mind isn't what it used to be anymore. So
Well, I mean, all it takes is one house fire, and there goes your book. That's what I mean. You want to like record. Like, I'll tell you right now, all these videos and files I have them saved to 4 external hard drives and 2 of my computers. And I mean, so I've got like 4 and 5 and 6 copies of everything I have. So if I ever get in any trouble and the police come and confiscate all my shit, I'm still going to have it hidden in a closet. You know?
no, but
Until they watch this podcast and go look it in the closet, I guess. But,
no, actually, I like that idea that you suggested. I might take that on it because lately I've been forgetting a lot. Like, so it would help me backtrack everything.
Anthony just dropped off again.
No, but it would help me backtrack everything and all my ideas and techniques and methods that I put in the book. It would help me recollect, basically, because
Oh, yeah.
you know what happened to me. Anywho, where'd you go?
I don't know. He dropped off. I don't know.
No, but I think once we get ourselves situated, I think it would open up to new possibilities and ideas. Basically, what we present with our limited abilities it's like we only unleashed 10%. What about the 90% that we haven't unleashed yet? You know, like your works in communication with the spirits, my experiments. Let's just say that's child's play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we unlock 90% of the rest of the 90% of our abilities, your ability in communication will be so fast and beyond. My experiments will go way beyond what I already put out there. You know?
Yeah.
So
I wonder if Anthony's coming back.
I don't know. Want to message him? I'm gonna hit him up. See what's going on.
Yeah, he probably
Fell asleep.
got kicked off. Nah, he was still listening and giggling and everything else.
He always giggles. He does this evil smile. He does. Yeah, he has an evil grin to him. I don't know why.
I wonder which Wraith Hunters this one is. I'm gonna play this song, see which one it is. I got a bunch of different like songs.
Are you still working on that video?
Texas Wraith Hunters. Whispers in the midnight air. Shadows move, but no one's there. Echoes call beyond the veil, guiding us with stories pale. Candles flicker, voices rise, messages from unseen skies. Feel the pull, don't be afraid. The bond of souls will never fade. Spirit communication, lost in time, lost in space. Through the night, across dimensions, we can find that trace. Spirit communication, hearts align, past and new. Through the veil they send their wisdom, calling out to you. Texas Wraith Hunters. Chilling touch, a cold embrace, guiding light in empty space.
And I forgot about this song.
Is near. Open up and they'll be here. Candles flicker, voices rise, messages from unseen skies. Feel the pull, don't be afraid. The bond of souls will never fade. Spirit communication, lost in time, lost
Pretty
in
good song.
space. Through the night, across dimensions, we can find
You made another song.
Spirit communication, hearts align, past and new. Through the veil they send their wisdom, calling out to you. Texas Wraith Hunters. Knocking sounds, a whispered name, energy that fuels the flame. Listen close, the message clear, they are always there. Spirit communication, they are always there.
That was a pretty good song.
Yeah, not
Oh,
bad.
wait a minute. Is it not done?
I don't think he's not coming back. I don't know if he's coming back in or not, but I'm gonna head
Did he message back?
No, I haven't got a message back. He just didn't message back at all. I guess you wanna call this a night?
Yeah, probably will here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep, guy.
Oh man, he like bailed. No, I don't know. I just put what happened. I'll bet you he had something like, because he's not seeing it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, boy, this has been interesting.
Well, just to let everybody know that's watching the replay, yes, I am okay. Yes, I've been quiet. I'm sorry. I'm just handling stuff on the personal matters and working with the team on some new stuff that we're going to present very soon. That's it.
Oh yeah, and I've been super quiet too for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't had a podcast in like 2 or 3 weeks. So
I know. You usually have a podcast every damn week.
yeah, 2 of them a week, but
Oh,
it kind of fizzled out there.
yeah. That's all right. You'll get back in the groove of things, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, well I guess since he's not responding to nothing, we'll go ahead and get off of here.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, well everybody have a great night, and we love you all with all of our heart.
Love y'all, everybody. Like we're going to night. Going to sleep.